the project, we had to start developing or addressing certain issues. What came out from us was developing curriculum for a younger generation, so we can bring up young people who are interested in the creative arts. And that brought us to the idea of Power254 School of Arts, which you can see. So it was basically a social innovation project, and we took the lessons that we'd learned from our entire year as well, and developed that curriculum. So I won't go through it for the sake of time, but probably just see that as an outline. Now I can say thank you. Thanks, yeah. Sorry, any questions? You too. Yeah, we always get that question. Structurally, let me say internally, the systems that we've built up are quite distinct, because under the Power254 brand, in case you are confused, any of you are confused why you're seeing Power Initiative and Power254, we've separated them. There's Boniface Mwangi, and by extension, Team Courage, which is a new initiative that we've established. That's the more activism. Activism that does a lot of the stuff that would make you blush, or would make government blush, or sit uneasy. And it's basically to promote social accountability, and make people act. Because I think, and it's also another conversation we had in the cab, which was a long ride, of what political freedoms are there, are young people engaged in governance and all, and that's just the key theme for those two arms. The newer, which is Team Courage, also encourages not just young people, but the populace to be courageous, to speak out. If you're in a, sorry, what did you call matatus? Combis, yeah, sorry, I think of food. When you're in a combi and probably it's overloaded or the driver is over speeding and no one is saying anything, that's why you keeping quiet. The person is endangering your life. I assume it's not legal because it's meant to be 14 or 13 people. Yeah, just small things like that. And again, larger, of late we've had a lot of issues with corruption, because we find it's really blowing up to the forefront, and we're like, okay, what are we as the society doing to encourage people to fight corruption? Those are the two arms. And these often get confused now with Power Initiative. Power Initiative is the non-profit arm that does a lot of the arts and culture and training programs that you see, and its primary mandate is, to empower people and to build on art for social change. And I was gonna say it's harmless. It is harmless, right? Yes, it is, but the focus is for young people and to develop their skills and their talents. Then there is Power254, which is the limited company, which is to ensure that if a donor or a funder or a partner decides to close shop, we're not left, that we have to close the hub, everything shuts down, that we keep running. So it's the self-sustaining arm of it, which is part of why I presented also about the business unit of it. So we haven't had much issues, as our hub, much government interference, but I'd say, we haven't seen anyone come into the space armed and dangerous or accusing us of things. But you find the protests are where things get ugly. I think like what you've seen, like when we have activations and protests and like. But I hope that differentiates the three under the brand. Okay. He looks like he wants to say. What does power mean?
It's just a coined Swahili version of just power, strength. Yeah. 254 is our country code. So.
Yeah, so if there was a power in Zim, it would be Power263. Yeah. Any other question? Okay, thanks guys.